Business 130, Business Ethics, Chapter 5, Business Ethics Overview and Current Trends. Business ethics comparison of ethical approaches. So there's 8 main ethical approaches that we're going to talk about here. Rules-based, virtue, consequential/utilitarian, answerability, equity, ethics of care, indigenous, and pragmatism. We are going to take a closer look at all of these 8 ethical approaches to business ethics. So first we have rules-based. So the simple definition is follow the rules. These are universal rules which always apply. Doing the right thing may result in harmful acts. And then morality is measured by consistency, truth, even if it hurts. The rules-based approach might be seen in the ways in which tribal cultures use ceremony and rituals to restore balance and harmony. An example might be the rituals followed for a hunt, making peace with the spirit of the animal. Then we have virtue. It's an act according to what a virtuous person would do. The person will recognize what is good. The issues and dilemmas are situations like euthanasia, where cruelty may be kindness, and then morality is measured by intention, such as what would Jesus do? This approach values a virtuous person doing virtuous deeds. Quote unquote, by their fruits you will know them. There's a problem though. Do you tell someone a lie to be kind, or do you tell the truth, which would be hurtful? Gifting and non-acquisitiveness are virtues. Practicing these virtues means that in many indigenous cultures, the person who gives is respected more than the person who acquires more than they need. Utilitarian or consequential. The greatest good for the greatest number. The key assumptions are the ends justify the means. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before. The issues and dilemmas, who benefits and at whose expense, and then the morality is measured by the outcome. This is a more social-oriented view. It is often accepted that you must sacrifice the few to save many. What happens when a particular group of people's goods is always sacrificed to the benefit of another particular group? Might some small groups be systematically disadvantaged? So I'm sure that you could probably pick out some examples of this right now. Equity, fairness within the social group, looks beyond the individual. Issues and dilemmas, life may not be fair. It's difficult to measure equity. And then morality is measured by fair social distribution. This approach is based on the concepts of justice and rights. It focuses on interpersonal behaviors. How am I treating others? Is this treatment fair and equitable? This approach does not consider ways to resolve previous unfairness, such as slavery, genocide, colonialism, and other examples of widespread unfair treatment. Answerability. So the simple definition is to be ethically proactive. A person is obliged to act if they see unethical behavior. Distinguishing between social responsibility and interfering with another's rights could be an issue or dilemma. And then the morality is measured by taking initiative and being proactive in doing what's right. This approach says that because each of our lives is unique and different, that we are faced with unique opportunities that no one else has. Answerability says that you are answerable, you are responsible for acting in the moment of your life in a way that only you can. You have a responsibility to act, to have an impact that only you can have. When we take no action, when we are complicit in permitting, condoning, allowing, or even perhaps promoting the circumstances to which we have failed to respond. And an example of this is a person who objects to the joke based on a racial slur is acting in an answerable fashion. Ethics of care, do unto others. Caring interpersonal relationships are the goal of society. Issues and dilemmas, there's a lot of emotions involved in this. There could be favoritism. Morality is measured by an effect on interpersonal relationships. What kind of society would we be in if we did not honor and care for our elders and our children? Ethics of care approach says whatever contributes to caring human relationships is ethical. This approach includes not only the action, but also the intention, such as the intention to be loving and caring, because we can't fake being caring. And pragmatism is in the moment connectedness. It considers a fluid nature of reality. Issues and dilemmas, right and wrong depends on the context. And then morality is measured by appropriateness to the situation. This is relational and socially oriented. Pragmatists avoid specific statements of right and wrong. They rely on a person's connectedness to guide each individual to know what is right and wrong. You have an obligation to seek wisdom and guidance on how to make difficult ethical choices. And then indigenous philosophy. The simple definition is live in balance and harmony. It includes the natural world, appears to neglect individuals, and then the morality is measured by the quality of all relationships, including to the natural world. Each of the ethical approaches has some similarities and differences to indigenous philosophies. The trend in business ethics is towards a more relationship-oriented and societal view of ethics. Indigenous tend to focus on collective views rather than individual views, which seems to be the direction ethical approaches are moving toward. And then indigenous ethics are the only approach that includes the natural world. So there's 4 ethical contexts for businesses. We've got the elder story, which the elders safeguard traditions. They take the wisdom of historical leaders and pass it on to future generations. Then there's the master story. The masters market themselves on the basis of authentic practices and approved master practitioners who hold to the traditional ways of producing and conveying goods and services within the culture. Migrator story. The migrators take something of value from their home culture and see that this can be of value in another context, external from the business's home culture. And then last, we have the traders. And the traders take their home product or knowledge and trade with the outside world. And that is it for Chapter 5.